whether it was pre-made fans or whether they were custom fans, what we saw is a lot of people skipping around and not really giving people a full set.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when I do like a full set, I make sure, and I kid you not, I do every lash.
Right.
I like every lash to be bonded with an extension. I feel like this is how it's going to last longer as well.
It does.
Instead of just doing maybe what another thing too is one size all the way across. Again, you're going to see holes and gaps. Is it easier to do? Yes, it is, but you're still going to have instant within days of missing a lash and there's a hole there.
Right.
So
right.
if you're wondering if that's happening, there's a reason why.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
but it could be fixed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So what you don't want to do is you do not want to pile lots and lots and lots of extension fibers into just very few fans and then just go across the top layer of the natural eyelashes. Now, these can look beautiful when you leave the salon, but what is going to happen is if you have lots and lots of extensions and you only have them, say, on like, I don't know, 30 of the natural eyelashes, exactly what Sophia just said, all it takes is for one fan to fall out and the gap is big. And that's why people are having to come back in every 2 weeks. And, some people out there might say, well, my clients like a really natural look, so I can't bond every lash. What you would do in the case of a client that likes a really natural look is you're just going to use
less fibers,
less, fewer fibers, fewer extensions in each fan. Obviously, you're going to go shorter,
Yes, of course. But you still have your lashes bonded, so when they're falling, even with the natural look, it's still you still want to have the natural look at the end of the month.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So even if they want things looking natural, just because you're putting a fan on every single natural eyelash of theirs does not mean that the fan has to be this really huge fan, right?
Yes,
it can just have a few,
and it's too
fibers.
heavy too. You don't want it to. You don't want it to be too heavy for the lash itself.
Yeah, and even too heavy looking on someone's face sometimes too. Just depending on the style that suits them best, whatever their personal style is, what they like. So that's one of the major mistakes that we see a lot of people making. And one of the reasons why people are having to come back in, every 2 weeks. All of your clients, of course, are your walking billboard, right?
It's word of mouth.
It is. It's word of mouth. And so I'm sure we all have a friend out there somewhere who we've noticed that, her lashes just, they don't always look that good, right?
Yes, it happens a lot.
Yeah. We're not going to ask her, hey, where do you get your lashes done? You're going to ask your friend whose lashes always look great. So the way to keep them always looking great is to use the Novalash 3-link bonding technique, the box technique, all these things that, can be taught if you haven't already learned them. If you've already learned them, go back and review your training manual, or see if you can ask your trainer. Trainers will allow people who have already trained with them to come back in and sit in a class as basically to audit the class and just watch and kind of brush up on their skills.
Yes.